Progression.
The difference is only the change C to A, man. Oh, listen.
Could I play?
Yeah. If you play like this, yeah. I'm Fiston Lusambo. I was born in Congo, but I live in the UK, London. So I'm a musician, also a producer, a sound engineer, arranger. That is me. I came in Kenya to do a project. That project is very important for me. It's my first time to do something I've been always dreaming to try. I can say thank you to the Art Council of England for giving me this opportunity. So this project is about creating new music. So my idea was now to try to use traditional instrument instead of using always guitar bass, drum, trumpet. I said, no, I want now to change that, to use traditional instrument to replace that. So I'm lucky that when I come here, I found Ketebul, I found Abuu, who introduced me to some musician, traditional, and then we traveled a little bit to choose. So we have done that. You know, in this kind of thing, you have to start from somewhere. So the reason I choose Kenya, because I've been in Kenya in 1991. I used to play with Samba Mapangala. And then I traveled to the UK. So in Kenya, I knew Abuu. So Abuu was my link. I said, no, let me go to Kenya because Abuu may help me funding traditional musicians. Because Abuu has been working with many traditional music for Tanzania, Rwanda, all East Africa. So he was the right person to go. And then he was in Kenya. So that was the reason I have to come in Kenya. The criteria we use is that the musician need to have a talent. And then the instrument which he has to play has to be unique. So we wanted also to show the world new kind of instrument and how to play it, how it can sound good in the sound. So we were choosing musicians and telling them to play the instrument. After that, we choose who we wanted. The challenge we have is the tuning of the instrument. You know, most of those musicians, they don't know about music theory. They don't know how to choose, to tune the instrument using conventional way of tuning instrument. So they just use the ear, which for me was good for me. I was curious to learn because it's like the Nyatiti player. When we started to play, I found out his tuning his instrument, he know the sound, how the tuning has to be. So then I was very curious. I take my tuner, then I start to find out because the Nyatiti has got 8 strings, what was the name of each string? So I discovered the tuning. And for me, it's a good discovery. You know, to make a traditional musician to play with guitar is not easy. It's not easy. It's difficult to tell the Nyatiti tuner and the C, and then he doesn't know the C. You understand? So I have to learn. Then we started to record, and then it was easy. If we are playing in C, I knew where he has to tune his Nyatiti. So that has worked well. That means this project really helped me a lot. Also, it will help others also to understand, because I'm sure them also they had problem with playing with a traditional musician. The tuning is always a problem.
This was my first time to do the Nyatiti on with other tribes of Kenya, like the Molo. So it's a good opportunity to experiment what together we can do together to learn from other people what they are doing and what we are doing, and how can we put them together, and the product I feel is a better one. The project would be efficient uh, because most of our traditional instruments, the Nyatiti included, are not exposed. So I just hope this would be an opportunity for the rest of the world to know more about our instruments, the traditional instruments we have here in Kenya.
Arts Council of England, in collaboration with Kenya, actually what we are doing is the traditional, authentic musical instruments that are now played along Oporo, Orutu, and those other ones are basically kingi instruments. What we are doing is that fusion is very, very important, because one, we are looking at how best we can collaborate and work together with other musical instruments from other communities around Kenya. Yeah, how best can we fuse? Yes, and what can we learn from that fusion?
At the Art Council Kenya collaboration, I played 2 instruments. I did Orutu, which replaces the lead guitar. And then I played the sound box, which we call in our native language, Nyangile. It's a percussive sound box with some metals, yeah. The collaboration is good because even I realized that I can play Orutu, which is a Luo instrument, in other tribe songs. Like in the album, I played Orutu in almost 7 different languages, apart from 4 which are in Luo. So that's a challenge. That means I can work with any tribe or any music within. I've done it with the Orutu with other musicians who are not doing traditional, yes, but I realized that even the folk tunes from other tribes, it can also fit in. So it has opened my eye. I can now go wide. Yeah.
I'm Mikilita Ngilipian Lanapir. I represent the Molo community I come from Loyangalani, near Lake Turkana. We border Turkana community. I thank Arts Council of England, Kenya Collaboration Project for supporting our cultural songs from Elmolo community and Turkana community.
Because of the pandemic, we couldn't travel where we're supposed to go. And that was the big challenge. Also, there are other musicians, they can't come also where we were. I can say the project has been successful because I know I've got element when I reach London, the way I'm going to work with the sound, people will be surprised.
Nyango mina bonga nyathi gotieno, awojo suba. Nyango mina bonga nyathi gotieno, awojo suba. Gimatemo wacho ne joma tindo, nisomo ber. Gimatemo wacho ne joma tindo, nisomo ber. Chieng' moro sipani bed lawyer, kata mwalimu. Chieng' moro sipani bed lawyer, kata mwalimu. Chieng' moro sipani bed pilot, maringo gi ndege. Chieng' moro sipani bed lawyer.